Hey Flosstube, this is Jean of Monticello Stitches and welcome to my fourth Flosstube. This is Tuesday, Inauguration Day in the United States. It looks like Tuesday's going to be the day that I'll try to upload my videos. I hope you all had a great week. I have a giveaway to announce. In honor of getting subscribers, I had a giveaway and I did a random generator. And Rhonda Wise, you are the winner. Rhonda Wise, I sent you a message on YouTube, if you will, and I also sent you my email address. So if you will email me, I will send you a copy of Friend of All. And that is so great, and I hope you enjoy stitching it. And let me see it when you stitch it. And thanks, everybody. I pulled out some of my projects, not all of them, because I haven't found them all yet, but I will. I pulled out some of my old whips, and I'm going to share that with you, or just a couple of them. And one of them is this All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna. And I started it 2.5 years ago, and then got sort of interested in trying my own thing. But I'll show you how much I have done. It's on a tan Lugana. So I was just stitching like a crazy girl there for a while. I guess I've gotten about 1/8 of it done. It's big. But there it is. And I'm just using colors from my DMC stash. I am very blessed in my DMC stash. A friend here in my little town had a relative who had a cross-stitch store, and she passed away, and they did not want that stuff. So I have a world of DMC floss, and that's what I'm using. And what I've learned, and you guys might have learned this, is DMC had kind of a color update. So some of the colors I had from back then, which I guess would be the 80s and maybe the 90s, the colors now in the same number are a little bit off. So I've had to learn to kind of watch and see if the colors are indeed what I think they are. But I'll show you my biggest work in progress, and that's my own thing. I'm working on my 7th pattern. And I'm not going to reveal all of the stuff, but I'll show you how far I am. It's another sampler based on historic samplers. So this is the bottom. And I'm very slow, and I make a lot of mistakes. And last week, you can see this little squirrel up here. I had a whole big thing going on up here from another project. That's the only part that I have yet to frog. But I did pull out all the other stuff, and I'm recycling this piece of linen, which is, I think it's 32 count, and it's just a creamy linen, and I'm terrible at remembering the names of linens, but that's what that is. So I'll share my progress with you along the way. I want to show you another one of my own designs, and it's called A Rising Tide Floats All Boats. There's going to be a lot of glare, and I'll try to get it better, but A Rising Tide Floats All Boats. So it's got, above the ocean, it's got little whaling ships actually, and down below it's got all the sea creatures, mermaids, little mermaid family. But this quote is attributed to John F. Kennedy, and it was actually given in a speech in regards to economic things, that how if the economy gets here good, it kind of spills over and makes the economy good in other ways that you don't expect. The rising tide lifts everybody up. And I do believe that, and I also believe that when things get bad, it'll go the other way. I've seen that in my little town when a big industry that really kind of made this town decided to close up, so the tide went out. But I do believe in that quote. It kind of rolled around in my mind for many years, but I believe it not for economics alone, although that's interesting, but for how attitude kind of influences everything. If you're positive, it'll spill over and influence somebody else to hopefully make them positive. If you're negative, it'll sure go that way too. I was a flight attendant for many years, and we would work with the same people for 2 or 3 days at a time. And sometimes, most of the time it was awesome, great, fun, wonderful, amazing people. Every now and then you would get a negative Nelly who just made the 3 days so long. And, or an Eeyore, you know, no matter what, nothing was ever great. So I'll just relate to you a little flight attendant story. I flew with this woman several times to the point that when I saw her name on the sign-in sheet, I'd go, oh, it's going to be a long 3 days. She was so negative about everything. And she desperately wanted to get married, which I found kind of interesting. And she was on the jump seat. You'll share your life story in 5 minutes or less. And she was saying how she had tried the dating apps. They weren't called apps back then, but she had tried some of them. And she said the only people who were messaging me or talking to me are in prison. So I thought, oh, okay. But she had actually reached out to a new thing then, which was, I think it was eHarmony. And a lot of people have had great success with that. But she reached out to them, went through the whole profile, and she got a message from them saying, you're in the 2% of people for which there is no match. But she found someone. She found someone and fell in love and got married. And then the next time I saw her, this gal just radiated happiness and positivity and love and bluebirds, you name it. So I just say that because attitude is contagious, negativity is contagious, positivity is contagious. And I do believe that a rising tide of positivity floats other people's boats. I have seen it in my own life. So, do I have anything? Oh, I have other things to say. Yes, I do. I wanted, in making my own stuff, it is tedious sometimes. And there's so much editing to do. And there's a lot of stuff you just don't realize that you have really messed up on until you start to try to stitch it. So that's what I've been doing, and it takes a lot of time. And the only cross-stitching I've been doing is my own stuff. So I needed a break. So I ordered from 1-2-3 Stitch these things. Just quick little stitches that I'm going to do because I really, I love Christmas. And working on Christmas things makes me kind of happy. So I've got these little things that can be ornaments, or I guess they're Christmas ornaments. But I got them from 1-2-3 Stitch. Here's one, and it's called Holidays. Be ye joyful, quite content to revel in the merriment. Well, I want to revel in the merriment all year. So this is just really small, 57 stitches by 46. So it will be probably a little stuffed pillow ornament for my tree, or I may give it away, who knows. But the big thing is it's quick, and I might get it done. So that's one. Can't order just one. So I ordered this one. I thought, well, maybe, you know, my friends are having grandchildren now, and it could happen that I could make them something. So this one is called Avery's Ornament. Here he comes. So it says, here he comes bringing what? Oh, joy. Bringing joy to a sweet little boy. Here he comes bringing joy to a sweet little boy or sweet little girl. Another very quick thing, 60 stitches by 45 high. So maybe I'll get that done. Who knows? And this last one I just liked. Santa arrives tonight. Oh, what a sight. Quick, 44 by 54. Another little, just a little break. I had a friend call these snacks. And this one, not this one, one of these has embellishments, and it comes with the embellishments. Oh, this is it. Santa arrives tonight has some tiny little, I don't know if you can see, little star embellishments to stitch on there afterwards. So we'll see if I get those done. But in the meantime, I'm working hard on my own stuff. My patterns right now are only in PDF form. They're not going to just stay in PDF form. I'm working with a printer, and they're going to be out there. But I'm not quite ready to be changed to mail order yet. I've got a lot of other stuff in my life going on, so. But I do have a goal of trying to get my stuff out there. We'll see how that goes. But however it goes, it's given me a lot of happy hours. And while I've been stitching, I have found some things to watch on TV, so I'll just share with you what I'm watching, and you might find something that you might want to watch. Over Christmas, we found these old Jesse Stone movies with Tom Selleck. It's a great day every day when you can look at Tom Selleck on the television. So we found them on, I guess, Prime Video or something, and found all of them but one, and found the last one on YouTube with Russian subtitles. But that was fun to escape, and now we're watching the Masterpiece Theater series Endeavor. Those are really smartly made and just something to do while you sit there and stitch. I'm mostly listening. I'm not somebody who's very good at listening to books because I don't have the right platform for it. But I can sit in a chair and have the TV on and not really watch it. So that's what I'm doing. But thanks for watching me. Did I mention this in the back? I did have several people ask me about this quilt. I couldn't remember the pattern, but I have since found it. It's called Patriotic Rose by Janet or Janice Miller, and it is available maybe at Quilter's Warehouse, I think. But it was fun to make. It doesn't take that long unless you decide to hand quilt it like I did. I'll tell you about my sweater. I made this sweater. Let me show it off. When I was in my knitting phase, this is a Lopi sweater, Icelandic wool. So I'll just show you. Woohoo! So that was one of my rabbit hole adventures. That took a while. And I like to knit. Knitting is very meditative too. And mostly what I like to knit are charted patterns. Imagine that. So Fair Isle and that kind of thing. Norwegian, I like that. And I have plenty of stuff to knit for all of you. Well, thank you so much for watching. Oh, I do have something to share with you. YouTube is very new to me, so I guess when you hit 100 subscribers, you get a little ping from YouTube. And that started a lot of things across my feed that I don't subscribe to, but a lot of it was how to increase your viewership on YouTube. I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. So I watched, and one young woman, very beautiful, said she increased her subscribership by 30,000 in 1 week by modeling 51 different bathing suits. And as my son says, Mama, nobody wants to see that. So I won't be putting you or me through that, but I found that very interesting. So we'll just sort of inch along here, over here in Flosstube land. But good luck to all those other people who are killing it on YouTube. That's just so funny to me. I hope you have a great day, and hope you have some time to do what you want to do and get out there and just spread a little happiness and joy. And thanks so much for watching me. Bye, friends. Well, it would help if I knew the name of my own pattern. It's A Rising Tide Lifts All Boats, not Floats, All Boats. Brain fart, I guess. A rising tide lifts all boats. Good grief. You'll have a great day.